Hey guys, Nuan here with Movie Slinger Reviews, and today we're going to talk about songs in movies. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. So these are my 10 favorite songs, and there's a few criteria I looked at. So number one, the song should be an original soundtrack of the movie, which means it can't be a pop song that was hugely popular before the movie came out. Now it's okay if the song was released before the movie as long as the vast majority of people associate the song with the movie. Now I love the awesome mix in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but that doesn't count here. Number two, the themes, the lyrics and the music of the song should have some emotional connection to the characters or story of the movie. And number three, I'm limiting one song per franchise, otherwise half the list would be James Bond songs. And number four, no musicals. And of course, number five, and this is the most important one, the song should be good. What I mean is that listening to the song should make you want to watch the movie, even if the movie isn't very good. So let's start. Number one, I See Fire by Ed Sheeran from The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. The Lord of the Rings had some great songs like May It Be, and I love The Last Goodbye by Billy Boyd in the third Hobbit film, but Ed Sheeran's song is the best at capturing the struggles of the dwarves and the film's central conflict. When we hear that song, we can immediately understand what it is that they're going through. We can appreciate the magnitude of what they have lost and what they're willing to sacrifice to get it back. My favorite line is, "If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together." It is melancholy but unwilling to surrender. It has the iron will of the dwarves. It's a simple tune, but Ed Sheeran's lyrics does a great job to conjure images of fire and destruction in your mind. This song gives me chills every time I listen to it, and I think it's the best song Ed's ever written. Number two, Hero by Chad Kroeger and Josie Scott from Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie was personally the most hyped I've ever been for a movie ever. The only other movies that came close are Star Wars, The Force Awakens and the first Hobbit movie. I was hyped out of my mind, and one of the reasons was the music video for Hero, which released a few weeks before the movie came out. My favorite line is, "And they say that a hero can save us, I'm not gonna stand here and wait." That to me sounds just like Peter Parker. He's not Superman, he's not perfect, but he's gonna try.
You do too much. College, a job, all this time with me. You're not Superman, you know.
The lyrics don't have much depth or anything, but it goes very well with Spider-Man, especially with the whole "with great power comes great responsibility" thing. It's also a kick-ass rock song, and the music video is just epic, with shots of the movie cut together with shots of the band on a New York City rooftop. Gets me every time. Number three, I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing by Aerosmith from Armageddon. This is not the only Aerosmith song in Armageddon, but it's definitely my favorite. I think it's the first Aerosmith song I've heard. There's a nice slow piano version which plays during the romantic scenes in the movie, and when I saw Aerosmith live, Steven Tyler played the piano intro, turned to the crowd and asked, "Do you guys know this song?" And I was probably like the only one who watched Armageddon enough times to recognize it and went, "Oh my god, I know that song." Now I'm not sure if the lyrics have any relevance to the story, although there is one scene where Bruce Willis says,
"I've been drilling holes in the earth for 30 years, and I have never missed a depth that I have aimed for.
You swear on your daughter's life, on my family's, that you can hit that mark."
I will make 800 feet. I swear to God I will.
And let's turn this bomb off.
Yeah, I know it's super cheesy, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if that was intentional or just a coincidence, but I love the song and it's got a lot of heart and it complements the scenes where it pops up, and the full band version is just a really epic rock ballad. My generation discovered Aerosmith because of this song. Number four, For You by The Calling from Daredevil. Now I'm sure people remember the Evanescence songs from Daredevil. There's also a cool heavy metal song called The Man Without Fear by Drowning Pool. There's also songs by Hoobastank, Seether, Nickelback and Fuel. The Daredevil soundtrack is pretty much a best of 2000s alternative rock band album, but my favorite is a little known song called For You by The Calling. This song is perfect for Daredevil. The lyrics describe his life as living in shadows, fading existence. instance, it makes several references to justice being blind, which necessitates Daredevil's brand of vigilante justice. One of the opening lines says, "I am justice," implying that Daredevil has convinced himself that what he's doing is right. That's in the movie, and one of the interesting parts is when he starts to doubt that, and he has a crisis of faith, which works really well for Matt Murdock's character, and those themes work really well in the song as well. Not many people are aware of this song, and it's very underappreciated, just like the movie. I really like the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Ben was good, it had a nice story, Michael Clarke Duncan was awesome as Kingpin, and Colin Farrell was hilarious as Bullseye. I liked everything except that playground scene. That was bad. Number 5, Lose Yourself by Eminem from 8 Mile. What a song! Many people call this Eminem's best song and one of the best hip-hop songs ever written. Rolling Stone included it in their 500 greatest songs of all time, and this was the first hip-hop song to win an Academy Award for Best Original Song. The lyrics are powerful and they flow effortlessly out of a deep well of rich emotions. Eminem's delivery is explosive and unmatched. The song talks about his early life performing in the underground rap scene, struggling to get the attention and respect from his peers, and also his family problems, especially with his mother. This is pretty much the plot of the movie, and then it goes further to talk about the problems that come after achieving fame and fortune. Everybody jokes about mom's spaghetti, but the part that resonates with me is, "So here I go, it's my shot, fate fail me not. This may be the only opportunity that I got," which captures the essence of what the song and also the movie is all about. It's a deeply personal story, and the song and the movie perfectly complements each other. Also, Eminem does a pretty good job as an actor too. Number 6, Kiss from a Rose by Seal from Batman Forever. Now, I know the song was written many years before the movie came out, and technically it was released before the movie, but I'm telling you, without Batman Forever, nobody would be talking about this song today. It became a huge hit at the time because it was featured during the end credits to the movie, and it's still played on the radio quite regularly. The amazing thing is that for a song that was never written intentionally for Batman, it still fits the character incredibly well. There's themes of dark and light. The opening line is the best example of this. "There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea, you became the light on the dark side of me." Now that's Batman, that's what his life is like. And the lyrics do a great job describing how Batman approaches love and relationships, especially the romantic ones. No, I'm not gonna try to convince you that Batman Forever is a good movie, but it's my favorite movie before Chris Nolan took over. And there's an epic music video directed by Joel Schumacher with Seal performing in front of a bat signal, and it's cut together with scenes from the movie. My favorite part is when the music swells up and we see Robin in the Batboat and the camera pans up and Batman flies past in the Batwing. Gives me goosebumps every time. Number 7, You Know My Name by Chris Cornell from Casino Royale. There's a lot of cool James Bond theme songs like Tina Turner's GoldenEye and Paul McCartney's Live and Let Die, and of course the hugely popular Skyfall by Adele. While Skyfall is an amazing song, the lyrics don't really mean anything, do they? Seriously, read the lyrics, it doesn't really have much meaning to it. Chris Cornell's song, which was co-written with David Arnold, who composed music for the movie, delves into 007's psyche, exploring the types of situations and conflicts that spies like James Bond usually find themselves in. And apparently, Chris Cornell visited the set where they were shooting the movie and watched a rough cut of the movie just to get into 007's emotional frame of mind. Another interesting thing is that this song went against many established 007 trends. The song title is not the same as the movie title, and in Casino Royale, the main musical score is built around the music from the song and not the iconic James Bond theme, which only plays at the end. My favorite line is, "The coldest blood runs through my veins, you know my name." How cool is that? And the name drop is one of the most iconic things about James Bond. Also, the way Bond's first kill goes straight into the opening title sequence was perfect. It's cold, it's deadly, and it heralded the gritty new direction for James Bond. Number 8, Broken by Seether featuring Amy Lee from the Punisher soundtrack. loss and sorrow. These are no strangers to Frank Castle, and that's exactly the kinds of emotions the song Broken stirs up inside you when you listen to it. It evokes that melancholy feeling of trying to hold on to the memory of a loved one, but it's slowly slipping away from you the harder you try to hold on to it. The line, "You've gone away, you don't feel me here anymore," is my favorite in the song. It brings out that emptiness you're left with when the person you loved is gone. Even the music video had Amy Lee and See the lead singer Sean Morgan searching for each other but failing. And if you know Frank Castle's origin story, you know these emotions work really well within that narrative. The movie was a slow burn revenge tale with Frank trying to overcome his grief. I have to admit I do have a soft spot for the Thomas Jane Punisher movie, and I actually like it more than Punisher Warzone, which I felt was all style and no substance. I love the soundtrack, which is a great mix of 2000 songs featuring bands like Seether, Trapped and Finger 11. But of course, Broken is my favorite, with Amy Lee's hauntingly beautiful vocals mixed with Seether's aggressively grungy guitar sounds. One last note, the location for the music video is this real-world trailer park that got burned down by a crystal meth lab explosion. There's a lot of half-burned remains of people's lives just lying around. Again, very relevant thematically. Number 9, See You Again by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa from Furious 7. You can't talk about this song without talking about the tragic passing of Paul Walker. That was quite shocking when it happened. I remember getting upset and I didn't even believe it when it was first reported. And then James Wan, the director, had the impossible job of changing a story that was halfway into its production. But the filmmakers put everything on hold, reworked the script and gave Paul Walker's character the send-off that he deserved. They handled his tribute so beautifully. And the song that plays during the tribute sequence was this song. Charlie's emotionally charged delivery of the chorus was perfect. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Charlie was drawing from his own experiences of grief to write his part, and it works really well. Even Wiz Khalifa's section captures that sense of family.
We just got bigger. It's family. There's always room for family.
And brotherhood and the long journey Dom and Brian's characters have come through the years, narratively but also in real life when you consider how the franchise evolved. I remember my eyes welling up with tears when Dom and Brian's cars drive away in different directions. There was no better way, visually, thematically or musically, to say goodbye to Paul Walker, and the filmmakers along with the music artists did a great job. And number 10, Live to Rise by Soundgarden from the Avengers. So I had a lot of superhero movie songs in this list, but this one, written by Chris Cornell and performed by Soundgarden, is definitely the most action-packed one. It's the very definition of a kick-ass song, and what else could you ask for to be featured in the soundtrack to the freaking Avengers, man? I remember getting so pumped to watch this movie, and every time I heard Live to Rise, my excitement levels shot up a little higher. It's got those powerful guitar riffs and of course Chris Cornell's instantly recognizable voice belting out the lyrics. I have two favorite lines from this movie. The first one is, "We're insane but not alone," which kinda describes Nick Fury's insane plan to bring the team together and make it work. It's crazy, but it's the only thing they can do to face the threat that Loki is bringing down. The second line I like is, "If I fail, what happens then? Can I still count on you as a friend?" This line is so cool, I think it might even work for Avengers Endgame, especially when you consider where Cap and Tony's relationship now stands. Live to Rise is what makes me wish every superhero movie would have a kick-ass hard rock song in the soundtrack. Imagine if Avengers Endgame had a song by the Foo Fighters or Metallica or something, and they dropped the song with an epic music video the week before the movie comes out. How cool would that be, right? It'll get us totally pumped. Not that we are not excited, but it'll add so much more to the excitement. Come on, Marvel, make it happen.
So there you go, that's my list of 10, and you know, a list of 10 is not enough. Screw that, here's another 10 songs I love.
Number 11, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion from Titanic. Number 12, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor from the Rocky series. Number 13, Men in Black by Will Smith from Men in Black. Number 14, Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls from City of Angels. Number 15, Where Is My Mind by Pixies from Fight Club. Number 16, Iridescent by Linkin Park from Transformers Dark of the Moon. Number 17, Sleeping Awake by POD from The Matrix Reloaded. Number 18, Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. from Ghostbusters. Number 19, Take a Look Around by Limp Bizkit from Mission Impossible 2. And number 20, Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams from Robin Hood, The Prince of Thieves.
So there you have it. These are the songs that when I'm driving around and I hear it on the radio, I go, oh my god, I can't wait to get home so I can watch that movie again. So I'd like to know, what are the songs that have that effect on you? Please let us know in the comment section what are your favorite songs from movies. I'm sure I missed a few. I hope you guys check these songs out. I'm gonna go listen to Soundgarden again. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Movie Slinger out.